So if you're having the kind of summer where you think that there's so much going on, I'm going on vacation, and I have all these moving parts, I'm just going to show up and do good work and hope for the best, and you don't really have much of a goal of what you're hoping to have by the end of September, and worse yet, if you don't really have a game plan of how you're going to get to that goal, then you are missing out on traction that you could be having in your business, because deciding that I'm going to work less, I'm going to go and be in all these different places, and so therefore I only have this many hours to show up in, means that you need to be even more clear about where it is that you're headed and how you're going to get there. And you're missing the opportunity to really build out a strong runway for where you want to be by the end of the year. And because that runway is best built now, so that you really see where it is, what are all the different components that need to get built out. Because typically there's a whole lot more than you realize. So what I would love to do is take a few people, just a few people, to come through what I'm calling the quantum leap, the 90-day profit pipeline that's customized for you. The opportunity for you to really sit down and say, big vision, if I'm showing up and I'm just loving what I'm stepping into, right? Like that I'm the best version of myself, and I know who it is that I'm reaching, and I know how I want to reach them. What's possible for me? What is it that I want out of this business to support? What are those dreams? And have that big vision, and then work that vision backwards to say, what's that mean for end of September? And then work out the pipelines that you need to really have clear and smoothed out, so that you know exactly what it is that you're looking to do. Now, I call it pipelines because I have found that I just am such a visual thinker. When people talk to me about their problems, hey there, thank you for that. I could just sripa, right? Now, I know this is one of my favorite shirts. I just love it. When people talk to me about where it is that they're heading and what's coming up for them, I just have this visual sense, like a flow chart of all the different ways that where they are, where they're trying to get to, and how they could possibly get there, so that we can really identify what's going to make the most sense for you, that you feel super solid about where you're going and the particular journey that you want to take. So I talk about it as pipelines because you have options, and you also need to be able to see all the different pieces that are where the leaks are, where there's going to be trouble spots for you, and you can shore them up ahead of time, and that is just going to make things go so much smoother. Okay, so I'm talking about this quantum leap between now and September 30th. I'm calling it a 90-day challenge, even though that's less than 90 days, because I also want to use the beginning of October to plan for what quarter 4 is going to look like for you. Okay, and so and it's a quantum leap because it is by having that kind of clarity and direction with accountability, it is going to give you this exponential impact on what you're doing, because you don't need to show up every hour of the day and putting everything you have into it. You can show up and really strategically put in the time that you need, focus on the things you want to focus on, and move on. Okay, so what I've done is I have a list that I want to walk you through. And so, okay, so here's my list. I'm going to get close so that you guys can see it. That vision that I talked about, identifying what is your right number for September 30th, for the end of the year, and then reverse engineering so that you really are thinking about how am I best going to get there. This is going to be very personal and customized to you and your business. having that roadmap, that pipeline for you to then has built-in accountability in a number of different ways. Opportunities to check in with me, opportunities to be a part of a group where they are cheerleading and supporting you every step of the way. And then every week, checking in on Monday, saying, here are the tasks that I want to make sure that I take care of. And on Friday, reporting back, here's what happened. And based on that, here's how I want to now move forward. Having a mastermind. Mastermind, in my version, is that you have time that's dedicated to you to be in the hot seat and really think about the area that is most getting in your way. And if you were able to blast through that obstacle, would make a huge impact for you. Hugely helpful, but it's also hugely helpful that you're in this group and that you're hearing other people's issues. Time and time again, you'll learn something from those pieces as well. There's a Q&A each month where there is the opportunity to ask me anything, whatever's coming up for you, being able to have a place for that. And then the last one is the money generating activity block, a block of time where we're all coming to the table, head down, all notifications are off, and you're just focused on that piece of the project that if you got that done would make a huge impact to what else is going on in your business. Okay, it's kind of like the 12-week year where he says, it's the one thing. If you do, what's the one thing that by doing which makes everything easier and better? Okay, so where am I? Okay, so super yummy stuff, very much built around what I think what's going to move you forward right now with whatever you have going on. We will work with that and make sure that you're showing up there because you're showing up here and you're doing your best work in the time that you have. If this is sinking to you and you are curious to hear more, I'd love to lay it out for you and talk about all the bonuses, because there's a bunch of bonuses. This is something that I'm going to be offering fairly regularly, not every quarter, but fairly regularly. And I want to do it now. So if you come in July, call me and we get set up, then I have a bunch of bonuses for my people that sign up in July. And there's your future badass self meditation. There's a process where I help you really get clear about who your more in depth on who your ideal client is, and in October, after September 30th, I'm going to have a group call to help you plan out your quarter four. But if you sign up in July, you'll get a one-on-one session to really, again, identify where it is that you want to go, make sure that it's specifically customized to you. All right, love to hear what comes up for you when you hear all of that, and I'd love for you to use the Calendly link and schedule some time. Let's get talking. All right, looking forward to it.